Hello, everybody. Many of you will see this later as I continually build my Inner Hero fan page. So please feel free to join the page. It'd be awesome to have you here. I give you the tools and strategies to overcome so many issues that we face on a day-to-day basis, from negativity to rejection to fears. We look at how our posture, how our physiology, how our focus, how we feel, what we think, how it all plays an impact. And we also discuss many fear and resistance strategies, because I feel that on a mission to release what I call our inner hero, we must be able to acknowledge and strategically deal with issues of fear, issues of rejection, of disappointment. So to me, there's two operating systems within our body. We have our inner hero and we have our inner villain. So if you've ever heard the story of two wolves, it is essentially similar to that. And if you haven't heard that, I either encourage you to go out and go on Google and check it out. It's about an old Cherokee talking to his grandson and basically saying that there's two wolves that operate inside of us, and it depends on who you feed is who you are. So essentially, I believe that we have a villain inside of us and a hero inside of us. The difference being that one is good, one is evil, one is inside of us and is not us, and the other is inside of us but is us. So I want to look at rejection now. We have to, in terms of rejection, realize that we have to stop people pleasing. We have to learn to set boundaries. We have to know that our thoughts create our reality. So we have to think, where do I consciously and deliberately want to think from? And by doing so, we can do what's called a thought download. So how this works is you write down all your thoughts, and then you examine, are they from the past or are they from a state of possibility? And if they're from the past, we have to analyze, are these thoughts actually serving me? Do they serve me in the present and in the future? So think about that. Think about, are these past thoughts that I'm having, are they serving me in the present and the future? Because what it comes down to is choice. You have the choice to say that I'm going to let these past emotions control me, or I have the choice to say, I'm not going to let them control me. I'm going to start my day fresh. I'm going to operate from today and operate from the future and not let the past define me. In terms of rejection, I want you to know that we are programmed to seek approval, and that fear of rejection is a primitive fear. Primitive fear meaning it's a fear that our brain controls. Our brain is 2 million years old. It is designed to protect us. And in order to protect us, it's going to prevent us from doing the things that will cause minor discomfort. Not death, minor discomfort. The cool thing, and yes, cool thing about rejection is that it builds self-confidence. Self-confidence is a byproduct of rejection. So if you're not afraid of being rejected, then you automatically gain an immense, a massive amount of self-confidence. If someone rejects you, does it have to affect you? No. You choose your emotions. So you don't ever have to feel rejected if somebody tries to reject you. I have one other point about rejection, and this one's crucial. Be willing to be hated. And the more self-confidence you build, the more people are going to hate you. And that is okay, because you control your own feelings and your own thoughts of rejection. If somebody's trying to emotionally manipulate you or reject you, It is they that have their own issues of self-confidence or their own issues of guilt or overwhelm, that kind of thing. So don't worry about that. That's their agenda, not yours. The second thing I want to talk about is disappointment. Now, disappointment is interesting. I'm going to ask you a question. I just want you to think about it in your head. How often do you feel disappointed? Now, with disappointment, you want to always operate from a standpoint of being present. Being present means that you're satisfied with your day, no matter what, because you realize that anything that didn't go as planned is a stepping stone. It's a learning point. So whatever happened today, I want you to take a step back from it and say, okay, that wasn't so bad. And I learned, and now I can take this opportunity to learn from it. If you do your best and learn from it, if you have a learning mindset, then you will never be disappointed. I want you to set high standards, because the reality is nothing will ever be perfect. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm a perfectionist, okay, but if you're a true perfectionist, I think you admit that when you don't get something done, you would admit that. You would say, yeah, I didn't get this done today, or I didn't get this put out because I'm a perfectionist. You wouldn't just say, oh, I'm still working on it because I'm a perfectionist, because simply you'll never get it done. So be willing to set a high standard. Be willing to do your best, but ultimately you have to put it out there. Whatever you're doing, whatever your mission is, please put it out there. Stop pouring all this energy into belief that things are disappointing and focus on, what have I learned today? What can I get excited about? Because when you get excited about learning, you'll never be disappointed. So I hope this served you today, and I encourage you to listen to it over again. Send me a message. Send me any questions. I'd be happy to hear from you and help with you with rejection, disappointment, and anything that gets that hero, that person of joy, compassion, and authenticity out to the world, to where it deserves to be. Have a good night, y'all. Ciao.